Right. So everyone wants to just dive in and start building. Yeah, I totally get it. When you first see automation tools like NA10, they're like proper addictive. You see all the possibilities and you just want to start connecting things straight away. But here's the thing. That's actually the number one mistake that leads to failed projects. I've seen loads of automations that took like weeks to build only to solve completely the wrong problem. What a total waste of time. So today, I'm going to show you the detective work you've got to do first before you even touch any automation tool like NA10, Make, Zapier. Okay? So this is how the professionals approach every single project. And it's like the difference between building something that actually gets used and building something that just sits there gathering dust. Oh, and by the way, if you're new here, hey, I'm Alex and I run Loopsera. We build AI systems for businesses to help them save time and cut costs. So, I've been doing this for a while now and I've seen what works and what doesn't in the real world. So here's the mindset shift. You're a detective first and a builder second, all right? Your job isn't to build an automation, your job is to find actual inefficiency. And that's almost never what the client thinks it is. Let me show you what I mean. So say someone comes to you and says, I need an automation that copies data from, let's say, emails into a spreadsheet. So let's say this is our spreadsheet. You see, most people would immediately think, right, okay, I'll jump into NA10, set up an email trigger, grab the data, push it to Google Sheets. But a detective asks different questions first, okay? The detective questions would look something like this. So the questions would look something like this. So you'd ask, who's doing this task manually right now? How long does it take them per day or per week? What happens after this task is complete? When does this process break down or cause problems? So these questions reveal the real problem. Maybe you discover they are manually copying like 50 emails a day. But then they are also manually sorting that spreadsheet by date, filtering by client, and sending summary reports to their boss, right? So the actual problem isn't get data from email to spreadsheets. The real problem is create automated client reports without any manual data entry. That's a completely different automation. And it's like way more valuable. See the difference? Remember, detective first, builder second. So once you've identified the real problem, your next job would be to sort of map out the current process in plain English. No technical jargon, no tools, no mention of NA10 or workflows yet, right? It's just step 1, step 2, step 3. So here's how we'd approach it. So this is a map of the current process. So step 1, the paralegal receives an email from a lawyer. And then the next step, the guy or lady opens the email and reads the case details. Okay? And then step 3 is the person opens this Excel spreadsheet called case tracking 2024, and then they manually copy the case number, the client name, and the due date. Next, what they'll do is they'll paste into the next empty row in the spreadsheet, and then this cycle repeats like 30 times per day. See how simple that is. A 10-year-old could understand this. That's exactly the point. When you map it in plain English first, you can spot the inefficiencies immediately. Look at this example. Why are they opening the same spreadsheet 30 times? Could we batch this? Why is the due date like buried in email body? Could we like standardize the format? These questions only come up when you actually slow down. Finally, and this is crucial, you need to define success before you build anything. So a success metric should not look like this. The automation works properly. This is a bad success metric. That's just like table stakes. I mean, what does success actually look like for the person using this? Good success metrics would look something like this. So we've reduced the time from 2 hours a day to 10 minutes. We've eliminated 5 to 10 errors per week. And we've freed up Sarah for high-value work like talking to actual clients. Do you notice how these are business outcomes and not technical outcomes? When you define success this way, you can actually prove the value of your work. And that's how you go from being the person who builds automations to the person who solves expensive problems. Right, so let's make this practical. I've created a problem discovery worksheet, and it's going to be available in my free school community. I'm going to leave a link below. Yeah, so it's a professional community for builders who are focused on creating AI agents that talk, listen, and sell. And we help each other out with wins, troubleshooting, and all that good stuff. So let me walk you through the sections real quick. So this is the checklist. So section 1, we've got the detective questions. These are the 4 key questions I just mentioned. Who's doing it? How long does it take them per week or per day? What happens after this task is complete? And when does this process break down or cause problems? Then we've got section 2. And this is where you map out each step the human takes. So you're going to map out each step in plain English. Just list them out. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Dead simple. Then we've got section 3. Here we want to describe what success actually looks like. So you need to paint the picture of their perfect day where this problem is solved. And then we've got section 4, the success metrics. How will you actually measure if this worked? Time saved, errors eliminated, other impacts, write them down. And then there's a detective's checklist at the bottom to make sure you've done your homework before you start building. Before you build anything, and I mean anything, fill out this worksheet, okay? Keep it next to your keyboard because the best builders are the ones who solve the right problem. Now, filling out this worksheet, that's your starting point. But here's where most people get stuck. Asking the right questions during a discovery call. So I'm going to start a pro school community where I'll share the client winning playbook masterclass, which includes a full video where I break down a real discovery call. You'll see exactly how I ask questions, how I sort of dig deeper when the client says I need X, but really needs Y, and how I fill out this worksheet live during the conversation. Plus, you get the exact email templates and scripts I use to, land these calls in the first place. But even without that, this worksheet will transform how you approach your projects. So I'm going to leave a link to the waitlist below. So feel free to join if you want to be part of the pro community. So here's your action step for today. Think about a problem you'd like to solve, either for yourself or for a business. Grab this worksheet from the AI Builders Boardroom and fill it out, all right? I guarantee you'll start seeing problems differently. That's the power of problem discovery. See you in the next lesson.